Hello guys, today we're going to talk about a pp29L dell computer. But usually I have the charging cable, but I unplugged it and the computer's charged. Unfortunately, the BIOS is not loaded. My dad didn't finish reprogramming it to Windows 7. So I have the disk for it. As you can see, I have the Windows 7 disk. It says installation disk, BIOS, dell, pp29L. So here's track 1, BIOS setup. Track 2, repair, start Windows. And track 3, running Windows 7. Use one of repair or start choices. If not, return this disk. So, right now this disk will work unless you use the BIOS. If you don't want it, unless you use the BIOS on it, it will work. If the BIOS doesn't work, then you're gonna return it. So usually the BIOS is working on this one. Oh, my mom just arrived. So I'll show it. Shoot. This is Kodak frame. So as you can see, I have the installation disk inside. I'll take it out. So here's the disk. It looks a little bit different on the back, but don't worry. Nothing will happen. So as you can see, we're gonna lift up this. And you know that actually my dad was installing a Windows 7 file on this. And it was from 2010, of course. 2010, Google was having my favorite ever logo at that time, and just 4 years later, I was bored. So I'm gonna turn on the computer. You're gonna have to comment how to reprogram this when you're not finished. Unfortunately, it says nothing. You see the screen is cracked. Don't worry about that. So I have to choose one of the options. And I already did track 1. You might want to see it on your computer if you have this kind of file installation disk. So right now, also kept the files from the disk. Usually it's loading the files. I'm gonna turn it off and then turn it back on, so it doesn't just load the files directly. I have to put in the disk and then hit enter. Usually the screen is cracked, so it says Windows is loading files. Yeah, you can see the liquid crystals. Yeah, liquid crystals. You can see it clearly, but a human eye could. So you can see it loading. Can you hear the sound? Unfortunately, the computer has stopped and it has to run it for a few minutes. But here's another thing. Let's turn it off. And turn it back on. So it's loading. And if we choose the next, it's going to start running the disk and start running Windows. Yeah. Windows. Yeah. Starting Windows. Dell. Microsoft Corporation OC. Not bright enough, but to the camera it does. You can't see it clearly when the light's on, but as you now look closely, you'll see the all liquid crystals being pushed. You can see the liquid on them. Pretty much. Maybe in like a few minutes it's gonna start Windows. If the disk is inside, it says Dell. Here's the speaker, I think. I don't know if you know any wind. So it must be the speaker. You know what time it is, Daddy? It's gonna start running soon. Okay, it's starting. Oh. I'll choose this. Yeah.
Big stain.
Posadziłeś go na chwilkę? Posadziłeś go, żeby zrobić?
Okay, so it's losing. I never seen blank on a camera. That's why I put it onto like the screen. Unfortunately, if I move it here, it looks like this. When I move it here, I guess it looks like that. Yeah. Kruppy. So we're now waiting until it starts. I saw an arrow key at that time. Pretty much nothing yet. But the disc has to be spinning. Battery. Oh no. Looks like I have to recharge it. But I have the charger for this. So this is the charger. Looks like it still has power. Looks like it's holding the power. Daddy, the charger's holding power.
Yeah, because it has capacitors inside. So there is still a little bit of power. Remember that. So it doesn't hit you.
So right now we're gonna plug it in. It's not recharging with the capacitors. No, the light is off. Look, the screen. There's the arrow. Yeah, let's plug it in. See if it looks brighter. Oh my goodness. I mean, how hard is this? Let's plug it into a different port. I have to unplug it. I'm gonna plug it in. Huh? Okay, it's charging. Of course, probably nothing. Although the disc is running. You know what? I actually have the HDMI plugged into my TV, so let's to my living room TV. So let's see what we'll do if I select input. So it's usually the PC.
Radio in the daytime rather than having the television on when there's nothing on, and
Oh my
it's
goodness.
really good sound, he says, as well.
Oh my goodness, Tech Mountain. You might have heard of him. It's not that. I want it to be PC, just like this is a PC. It's actually a laptop, of course, not a desktop. But it's actually called a PC because it's a personal computer. And nothing at all. Nothing at all. Yeah, still getting nothing. I should just reverse it. I should reverse back to the input. Boring. It looks like the CPU doesn't have time to run the same code at a time. To run the codes both at a time. Yeah, that's why you saw this here. And unfortunately, I didn't have the internet plugged in. So maybe I can use this cable and plug it in. Maybe that will light up the light? Of course it might. You don't even know. I'm going to plug it on to the internet port there. There are two for the dial-up, which nobody uses anymore. And the new internet cable port, but everybody uses today. No, still getting nothing. Just like still getting nothing. I wonder where it's. Sorry, the video just got. So you can see, still getting nothing. I'm still getting nothing. Still getting nothing at all. Still getting nothing. I mean, I'm still getting nothing. That is crazy. Now, as you can see, the arrow. Yeah. You can see the odd looking pattern. You can see the arrow's not in the pattern. Because that's why. Usually the arrow's like not moving. But the refresh rate is on it. I feel something on the screen. It must be the motor vibration coming on
The
it.
memory of the phone is running out.
Sorry. I had to have one more minute. Like, I was filming for 24 minutes. As you can see, the arrow key is pixelated when I show it close. What did I even do? Yes, so this... Yeah, I could adjust the brightness on the phone to see which, like, brightness is better to match up with the background. Oh, that's like, that matches up. Yeah. As you can see here, it looks smooth. That's why the fancy graphic. Yeah, I'm in the mood.